Alright guys, in this video we are going to learn about magic formula and how we can filter the stock in magic formula by using very simple technique. Now before we start demonstrating how you can filter the stock, a little bit about the magic formula. So the genesis of magic formula is Warren Buffett quote. So Warren Buffett always suggests that it's far better to buy a wonderful company at fair price than a fair company at wonderful price. It's a very simple statement, but it opens up a lot of wisdom for the future generation to play with, right? So in this, we have to understand one thing, that Warren Buffett is suggesting that ideally we should prefer buying wonderful companies at fair price. That's all, right? So now the next question is, how do we figure out wonderful company, and then how do you figure out what is your fair price? This is a very difficult question to answer, especially if we are new in investing. It is very difficult for us to understand what is wonderful company and what is the fair price for that wonderful company, right? This was the problem that we had. Now there is a legendary investor, Joel Greenblatt. He actually took the statement and then he started understanding, is there any simple way that we can figure out what is wonderful company and what is a fair price? To do that, what Joel Greenblatt started doing is he found out some very crude metrics how we can measure wonderful company. So he took it return on invested capital, or ROIC. Higher the ROIC is, or higher the return on investment capital is, better the company is. So we can say if we are having higher ROIC, that is a wonderful company. Okay, so this is a very crude matrix with which Joel Greenblatt started to understand if this can give us a good measure. And fair price, he took it earning yield. What is earning yield? So let us try to understand what is earning yield. So as I said, there are two parameters. So you have to figure out what is your wonderful company and what is the fair price for that, right? So we can understand the ROIC, which is return on invested capital. This is the matrix that will give us the measure for your wonderful company. And fair price, that means if the earning yield is more, that means this company is more and more cheap. So earning yield, we are going to find the higher the earning yield, more and more fair the price is, right? So we can see from here, this is ROC, or we can call it ROIC, return on invested capital, measure of wonderful company, and earning yield, which is a measure for your fair price. Here, wonderful company at fair price, wonderful company, how we are determining, and fair price, how we are determining. So basically, this is what Joel Greenblatt came up with. And then what he did, he took and filtered the stocks based on this criteria and took the top 30 stocks. And this top 30 stocks, every year he rebalanced. That means, let's say the filtering process or investing process started in 2000. So based on this criteria, he found what is the wonderful company and what is based on ROIC and what is the fair price based on earning yield. Combine these two parameters together, he ranked the company, and the top 30 ranked company he invested, let's say, at the year of 2000, and he let it run for one full year. So when you are in 2001, again the filter has been applied and new 30 company has been found. So whichever company you already had in the portfolio, that had retained, but if any company drops out from that 30 list, you remove that, and the new company that has entered into the filtering, you include that in your portfolio. This is the process that Joel Greenblatt has done that for good amount of time, and what he has found that this 30 companies can comfortably beat the benchmark. The benchmark was S&P 500. So based on that, he named it as a magic formula to find out the company of the 30 stocks and then invest it for a year and then rebalance, keep doing it. If you keep doing it, Joel Greenblatt proposes that this formula works very well. Now, we may have this question like, well, I understand that it works in USA, but does it work in other countries? Well, a lot of research already has been done in this area. Like in the different countries, this magic formula has been applied and checked that how does it work, and without having any exception, it has been found that it works. So in India, if we just try to find out if we have any visible evidence if it works, we can find out a research paper on this topic. We will just go through the very simple highlight that we have.
If you're still watching this video, there are chances that you're really liking this video. And if you're liking this video, do consider subscribing to our channel. Just not only that, we have a Telegram group in which we are having more than 2000 members with whom you can interact. I've given the link in the description box. It's completely free. I hope to interact with you in the Telegram group. So let's continue with this video.
Here, so this is the research paper that has been published. This actually tests the magic formula in Indian context. So I will just highlight some very key findings from the study. So as you can see, this strategy involves ranking a set of company based on the return on capital employed. By the way, in your actual magic formula book, they have used ROIC or return on invested capital. But in this study, they have used return on capital employed. This was used for finding out the wonderful company. So that means if the ROCE is higher, that is more and more wonderful company. And to find out what is the cheapness of the company or the fairness of the company, price earning ratio or P ratio was used. Lower the P, more and more fair price it is. As simple as that. But in the actual magic formula, Joel Greenblatt suggested to use earning yield. Overall, the concept remains same because ROCE was used instead of ROIC, and earning yield was actually being proposed, but price earning ratio was utilized. But overall, the framework remains same. So using this, the back testing was done. So we can see the back testing result here. Now this was done in Indian stock market, and the stock universe was BSE 500 companies. So out of this 500 companies, applying this filter, 30 companies has been shortlisted based on 50-50 weightage on this both parameter. Later on, we will understand how we can give the 50-50 weightage on this criteria. Now, if we see this formula was utilized for total 8 years, we can see this research, the strategy for a period 8 years it was applied, and the duration has also been given. 1st July 2012, this is the starting time, and they have backtested this until 1st February 2020. So this 8 years they have checked this formula, and the findings was CAGR basis, the Sensex in this 8 years it was giving a return of 9.31%, and the magic formula 30 stock has given 13.9%. So we can see that almost 4% of outperformance the magic formula is giving. This is the overall finding the study has actually suggested. Now some more important concept also we will see, that what is going to be the portfolio, how exactly the return ratio comes up in a different year. Here we can see this is the result from 2012 and 2020 also done. 2020 only 1 month has been done, only January month has been done. So I believe that is why they have not included 2020. But anyway, whichever year they have included, let us look at this. So what you see in your red color, that is your Sensex return, and 30 stock portfolio is basically your magic portfolio, right? Magic formula portfolio. Now, if you see, it is not that the 30 stock portfolio, magic formula portfolio is outperforming Sensex every year. So for example, if we see in 2012, your Sensex actually outperformed your 30 stocks portfolio. Coming to 2013, again your magic formula actually underperformed the Sensex. If we see in 2014, the Sensex gave 11% return, but magic formula gave minus 23% of return. So you can see 3 years of consecutive underperformance was given by magic formula, but the thing actually changes quite drastically. If we see from 2015 onwards, we see that the magic formula actually given a huge outperformance, which is around 85%, when the Sensex only gave 32%. Next year, if we see 2016, the magic formula again outperformed by a huge margin, where only 9% return was given by Sensex. Your magic formula gave almost 32% return. Now 2017 also the magic formula outperformed. 2018 also it is outperforming, and 2019 also we see that the magic formula outperformed the Sensex. So out of this 8 years, we see 3 years of underperformance and 5 years of overperformance. So we can see CAGR basis for overall 8 years, your magic formula in Indian stock market outperformed the Sensex, which is good to see because it has been done in India. So they have concluded from this work, they have concluded that 30 stocks portfolio based on the magic formula gives the best result. So this is a proof that the magic formula works in Indian market also. We will now learn how we can apply the magic formula principle and filter out the stock. This is the most important part, that we should be able to do it. Now here, without knowing anything, like if you do not know what is ROIC or what is your EBITDA or what is your EBIT, what is your earning yield, no need to worry. In this video, if you follow the step carefully, still you should be able to figure out the stock that should appear in the magic formula. So let us start. So first we will go to screener. Now screener is pretty free. I mean, you just need to do a free registration. Probably if you have been investing for a while, you probably are having your screener profile. So just log into that, and after that you go to screen. Now if you go to screen, there are a lot of free screens are available. You can use it. For example, if you take the magic formula, this is a very popular screen. So if we just open it from here also, we can do a little bit of change and we can build up our magic formula. If you do not want to take any existing filter that is available, you can completely start a new. So let us try to build up this magic formula screen from the scratch. So first we will check return on capital employed. We want return capital employed, let's say more than 10. Now here, if you're using 10, 15, 0, it really doesn't matter. You can just do it 0 also, doesn't matter, because we'll see later how exactly this filter will apply. So for the simplicity, let's take 10, but you can take 15, you can take 0. It has to be more than 0. Next, after we do this, make sure that you put and, then you come here, and then we will find out earning yield. Okay, earning yield also we'll try to find out more than 0, right? So these are the two filters that will give me measure of wonderful companies and fair price. Now we are going to set that at which level we want to filter the stocks which satisfies this criteria. So we want to check these things in a market cap level. Let's say we want to do it for 5,000. So any company which is having market capitalization over 5,000 crores, we are going to check all those companies, and in those companies which is having the market cap more than 5,000, we are going to check what is your return on capital employed and what is the earning yield. So if we set it, after we do that, like you can put some additional filter, probably, debt to equity ratio, but these things are not required. But if you want to be a little bit more conservative, you can use something like this. But since this book did not suggest to do things based on the debt equity, we will just apply the formula the way Joel Greenblatt has suggested. So these filters are there, and I'm going to run the query. When we run the query, this is what we are going to get, right? This is the company. We can see there are total 351 companies are there. In this 351 companies, we are interested to find out the 30 stocks that is satisfying your two filters that you have applied. So how to do that? Now, one thing, when you are doing it, if you are starting it from the scratch, it may so happen that your earning yield, this column might not be there. So in this case, what you can do, you can simply do the edit column, and here what you can do, you can just simply write earning yield, and here if you see this, if you just tick this option and save the column, that should do the fine. If you're not finding any option that is appearing here, no need to worry, you can go to the edit column and you can do it. Now I have figured out the company which is having the filter that we are applying. Now it is a time that we do the sorting by ourselves. How to do the sorting by ourselves? So to do that, first so this actually has arranged the company based on increasing ROC. If we see ROC for the first company, it is having the maximum ROC, and then the next one 142, the next one is 134, 109. Accordingly, as you go down, the ROC basically decreases, right? If you want to do it, let's say you want to do it through earning yield, that also you can do it. If you just click it, it will arrange all the company based on your earning yield. So it really doesn't matter. Like we will do it based on any one that you like, right? So let's try to do it in ROC. Once we do it, we can find out total 25 stocks are there. So first we will copy all the stock. The copy, first we do this, right? After we copy it, we have to find out the Excel. In the Excel, we will just simply do the paste, right? Copy paste we have done. So 25 companies that we have copied, we have put all those companies. Now remember, we are trying to figure out total 30 companies, right? So to do that, let's go to the second page. So in the first page, you can see 25 companies. In the next page, you will see another 50 companies, right? So let us take the next set of 50 companies. So 26 to 50. This set we will take it. So we will simply copy paste here. Now we have got the top 50 company, right? Now we have got the top 50 company. Now we will delete this in between because these things will create some difficulties when we are doing the calculation. Now this is the market cap. We can see these things. We are going to delete it for our simplicity. We have deleted, right? So now we are having companies which in the order of ROC, it has already been arranged. The earning yield has not been arranged. Now we have to do rank, right? When we are doing the ranking, now let's say ranking, we will do it. Now ranking, when we are doing it, first let's say we are doing the ranking based on ROC. So when you are doing based on ROC, the first one, this is the first, second, third, because we are arranging what is the rank of this company based on ROC. So life insurance, this company is going to have the first rank on your ROC, right? So this is why we are giving the ranking in this order. So in this way, we have ranked all these companies that we have in our list. So this is your ROC rank, right? Next, we are going to do ranking of earning yield. So how do we do it? Let's use a short form here, earning yield. How to do it? So to do it, first we will select the complete file that we are dealing with. Then we are applying a filter, right? Let's apply filter. After we apply the filter, we are going to arrange the companies based on the earning yield. We click here in the drop down box, and then if we click sort largest to smallest, if we click it, you can see that all the companies has now been sorted based on your earning yield, right? For example, your Coal India is having 41% earning yield. EID Perry is going to have earning yield 28. As you go down, you can see that the earning yield is reducing. So from here, we can 1, 2, 3, 4, likewise the way we have done it earlier, the same way we are doing it. So the number one means in terms of earning yield, the ranking one is your Coal India. This is what it simply indicates, right? So now this number is here. And now we will find out the combined number for both of this. What do you mean by this? Now we will make a summation of this plus this. This is a combined rank. Okay, let's say combined rank. This is your combined rank, and we have found out what is your combined rank by adding this and this. Now if we do it for all those, we can find out the combined rank. Now we will sort this combined rank. How we can do it? Again, the same process. We will apply the filter. Before we apply the filter, first we will remove the filter, and then we will again apply the filter. After we apply the filter, now we are going to organize this company based on its ranking. And how do we do it? If we just click here, small to largest, this time we have to find out the ranking which is giving me the lowest rank, right? So if we do it small to largest, we find out 15, 15, 15. So when we are adding it, the minimum number we have to find out. So minimum number is 15. So this is, if this is the case, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. Now this is the rank, and this is the total 50 companies. So based on the equal weightage, this and this, when we find out this total summation of the ranking, and in this ranking, which is going to be the lowest combined rank, that is going to be my number one company. So this is my magic formula ranking, right? This is my magic formula ranking. In this magic formula ranking, I am getting this company. So now this top 30 companies, I have to take it. Now remember, this is the simplest way that you can do it, the magic formula. Without, see, if you want to apply some other filter that you can do, we'll talk about that probably in another video, but let us just try to focus out how we can figure out the top 30 companies that we are dealing with. So in this top 30 stocks that we can already see here, these are my companies that actually satisfy in my magic formula screen. Right, we have Coal India, Supreme, then we have Life Insurance, is Castrol India, Jindal, then there are different companies, right? So these companies, even the TCS also actually fulfills in this. Now one important thing is, in this list we will not take any company which is doing the financial lending. So those companies would be excluded from this, right? Now this companies, so let's say we want to start investing in magic formula. Let's say in 2023 in July 1st, let's think that let's do this exercise and find out the 30 stocks that we have, right? This 30 stocks that we have, and this should be held for next 365 days, and after that the same exercise would be done. In that time, if any of these companies, if it is appearing the next year, let's say next year is 2024 and that is July 2024, if this company, any of these companies appearing here in 2024 filter, those companies will retain. If some new companies comes up, obviously in this 30 slot, some of the companies will go out and some of the new companies will come. At that time, we also do the similar way, the transaction, right? So this, you can understand, there is no biasness involved. There is no human biases. You are just finding out the companies that filters, and then you are buying this company and being very disciplined in buying and selling. And if you do that, the history suggests that the chances of outperformance is pretty high. I hope that gives you a lot better clarity how you can do the magic formula stock filtering by yourself, and then how periodically you can make yourself disciplined, and if you be disciplined, what is the chances that you can outperform the benchmark. I hope that is very clear. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.